Howdy guys, welcome to the presentation. I am your host. Yeah, I'm just your host, alright? Let's go ahead and begin. Alrighty, so this is Video Game Colts game concept ideas on what was it called again? Oh yeah, Lost Vanguard, yep. See, I lost my train of thought right there. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. So, for map, it's gonna be like liminal back rooms kind of vibe. You kind of get it. Alrighty, next one. Alrighty, as you can see, environment. We want like a very horror, eerie kind of thing. These are just like basic ideas. Enemies, you know, your favorite games. We got Doom Eternal, Doom, spider, creepy face looking thing. We got some folklore enemies. Alrighty. Okay, so I know you guys like use like Instagram and Facebook and all that whatnot, and you've probably seen this ad called Age of Origins, right? Well, they have this cool little trailer that's not really a game, but you know, look at this. You can shoot like a giant zombie sphere, circle, ball looking thing. Then we got like giant titans that you can shoot down. That's kind of like what we want to implement in the game. So, other game inspirations we got from is 13 Days in Hell, The Last Stand, Walking Dead, and we are Last of Us, yeah. So these games, right? Like they kind of like borrow each and one of other ideas. Like we got like a survival going on over here, like in some sort of like dungeon. Last Stand, like you know, you're kind of like holding off. Same thing over here, but the thing with this is that it can turn into like an open world or it has like a section, but we kind of want to stride away from that. We want it more of like a freedom, free will kind of thing. Like you can choose to do it or choose not to do it. Oh yeah, so if you guys know the game Zombie Panic, I didn't put it in here, but Zombie Panic has like a barricade thing, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, so this is Fallout New Vegas. So yep, in the campaign you're gonna have like these kind of cool maps going on, desert apocalyptic kind of thing. Maybe there's gonna be an abandoned city. Who knows? Maybe there's gonna be some gambling. Who knows? Alrighty, we got some here Roman architecture going on here. We got I love me some history. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're gonna implement some cool things like that. We got an architecture guy that loves that kind of stuff. So he wants to kind of blend like modern and like old school kind of like architecture together. So that's a work in process right there. So we got some Elden Ring stuff, Zelda, Skyrim, you name it. Alrighty, folklore enemies. Boom, bada bing, boom bop. We got Chupacabra. Let's see here, Cerberus, Gargoyle, Minotaur, you name it. Alrighty, so these enemies are just like inspiration to the enemies that you're gonna be fighting in the game. I'll explain more in the story, but yeah, these are some cool enemies. Over here we got more. We got some hungry ghosts. We got this Mengal, whatever. Yeah. Alrighty, so Asian Doom. So the game is gonna kind of relate to Asian Doom, but not really, because you're gonna have like character design, character development, and everything. So just imagine like you're playing Doom, but with Asian like enemies. But there can be other mixtures of stuff. Over here we got like a Hell Garden that's in Thailand. Some inspiration from there. Imagine fighting these big guys. That'd be crazy. Okay, inspiration from what's that game called again? King of the Monsters 2. Got some cool sprites going on. Yeah. Alrighty. More inspiration. The Wind. Got Occult Case Files. We got Fear of Hunger. We got Proret M. Heru. Pretty cool game. Friday 13. We got Sweet Home Alabama. Other cool aesthetics. Yep. Yeah, you guys kind of get the point. Alrighty, so in the game, there's gonna be like an inventory system. So here are like a variety of like weapons and other things, inspiration ideas from pop culture items. Already more aesthetics. Wizardry 6 is kind of like a dungeon crawler. So imagine like you're entering a map and there's like dungeons and stuff like this. Kind of again inspiration from that kind of feel too, like back rooms and things of that. More inspiration stuff. Hexen, pretty good game. It's a Doom mod. Alrighty, so character and story. So there's gonna be 9 characters. They're gonna be able to play kind of like TF2. So I got inspired by let me see here. This is Fallout 3. This is the Mother Zeta expansion, where you get to choose, like, not choose, but you get to play with these random guys that were in like this like frozen chamber thing, but it's kind of similar to that. Here's some alternative characters that I was thinking of. Again, so it was relating to Team Fortress 2, 9 characters. Another inspiration is the King of the Dragons, where you can choose up to 5 characters. See, in the Super Nintendo, you only can play 2 players, because I think it only had 2 controllers, but you got to choose 5 of these characters, so very kind of similar kind of thing. Alright, so first character is the Cowboy. Alrighty. So, Cowboy, really easy. He's a gunslinger, quick draw, all that cool stuff. He has a revolver, maybe he has a whip, and maybe other gadgets and things like that. But yeah, Cowboy. Wizard, alrighty. You don't really need an explanation for this guy. He can cast spells, necromancer, you know, like soul leveling kind of shit. You know. Alrighty, samurai. I mean, he just katana, melee, just being a badass, you know. Alright, we got Space Marine. So Space Marine, this is a cool class because this is a tank class. So you can get to use big energy weapons, big swords. You're just like a giant knight, basically. These are like some other skins that we took inspiration from. We got the Enclave skin, we got the Fallout armor suit thing, and then yeah, some other Helldiver things like that. Okay. Right here we got the zombie class. This is one of my favorite classes. You get to play as a literal zombie, kind of like in Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. You know, you have like special abilities and things like that. I like the idea from Metal Slug 3 where you can shoot like a giant like blood squirting thing out of your mouth, and then like, you know, things explode and damage and things like that. So that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, zombie class. Alrighty, we've got the espionage, basically the princess class. So think of Spy from TF2. You get to disguise yourself, you get to go invisible, fly around, like float around, I mean, you know, things like that. And then also think of like Zelda as Shriek, you know, in Super Smash or like the Zelda games where you get to play like an assassin. So assassin class. I could have sworn there was more. Yeah, give me 1 second. This is just the first 6 characters. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Alright, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. So, I found it. I had a different PowerPoint. But, okay, so we're supposed to have 9 characters. We already went over the Cowboy, Wizard, Samurai, Zombie, and Princess. Now it's the... Oh, and Space Marine. Now it's the Superhero, the Sniper, and then the Monster. Okay, let's continue off where we left off. Oh yeah, so I got inspired by Call of Duty, World at War Zombies. We got the cool 4 guys, Dempsey, Rektokvin, Nikolai, and Takio. Okay, so next class. The 7th class is the Sniper class. Obviously, the Sniper is the Sniper. If you're a Call of Duty guy, you guys know like these kind of snipers. Got the Kar 96, M240, Intervention, 50 cal, and then L96, and this is some other M2 gun, but basically, you know, ghillie suit, Black Ops, you know, undercover, you name it. We're thinking of adding like a slingshot. You know that guy from One Piece, Usopp, he has like a slingshot, so that can be another like weapon class kind of gun. Next one is Superhero. So the cool thing about Superhero is this guy can fly around, use gadgets, web slinger, you know, like Batman shit. And basically, it's kind of like Marvel Rivals, but you know, you get to play your own superhero kind of thing. And yep. Alrighty, Monster. So Monster class is kind of like, you know, tank class, like let's say in Overwatch and League of Legends, all that cool stuff. You know, you're a big dude, you know, heavy health, armor. So cool thing about this is like you can play as like a giant cat, even a giant dog, a dragon, prehistoric dinosaurs, giant knights, King Kong kind of type, and then a Hulk-like creature. I put Mechagodzilla in here because maybe there's gonna be mech suits, things like that. Story concept. So this is gonna be like All Tomorrows. It's like the sci-fi story about like this one enemy guy making experiments on humans, but imagine the experimented humans, you're gonna fight that or you're gonna save them, whatever the story takes place, how the process goes. But again, it's kind of like going back to the Fallout Zeta expansion pack, where everyone kind of like they came to this world all together and then they just fight together, kind of thing. That's the main gist of it. There's gonna be AI, time travel, aliens, like unknown things, and puzzles you're gonna solve. Yep, Mother Zeta. Alrighty, so map design, I didn't really put too much in it. I have to open up another presentation, but map design is kind of based off like the history of Rogue, where like it's just like a dungeon crawler. You enter a room and then tunnels, and it goes to like another room. Back rooms kind of like, you know, took over that space already. Here's some cool aesthetics for like the 8-bit kind of art. Because our direction is like, we want to start from like an 8-bit 16 kind of style, like this. I have a mouth, but I can't scream. This is a cool aesthetic kind of game. But then it's gonna slowly like turn into 3D, obviously, and then like, you know, FPS shooter kind of coolness. All right, so I'm gonna take a pause on here, and I'm gonna meet you guys in the next presentation. Alrighty, welcome to the next presentation, guys. So this is like when we make like a Game Boy or Super Nintendo kind of style kind of game. So here is like the the cowboy design, like the inspiration. This is from the game Live a Live Sunset. So yeah, next one is gonna be the samurai, kind of similar. This is like the wizard. This is like the space marine, how he would look, or she, you know, or non-binary, or yep, see, space marine. This is kind of like what the map layout will kind of look like, because it is going to be up to like 4 players, 6 players playing the game. So you would see this kind of like open world kind of thing. Here's kind of like a selection kind of screen. Again, here's some more like gameplay, like how it would look, you know, like so pretend it's like the tank class, right? And this guy's like, you know, your friend and all that. This guy is basically gonna like be that size and follow you and, you know, help you out and shit. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so this is just inspiration from like other games like Helldiver, Grounded, and the King Kong one. Well, not the King Kong game, but the movie, where you fight like giant insects and monsters. So that is like a campaign kind of thing where you might interact with, which is pretty cool. So the story goes kind of deep. So there's gonna be time travel. If you guys know the experiment of Roqua's Basilisk, it's basically like an AI in the future that basically like it can tell like if you contribute to AI and, you know, all that, and if you didn't, then, you know, you'll get like terminated or something. So yeah, so if you guys know the movie it is like a monster where like it can transform to like your fears. So that's like a cool inspiration too. And this is just like a cool aesthetic I found. If you guys seen the movie From is like kind of similar to it, but instead of like, you know, like the monsters turn to your fear, it's kind of like that. It's more of like just like these humans, but like they're creatures, and then, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but like, yeah, it's very similar to it, but, you know, they're stuck like in like this world or dimension, and they can't escape. But in the story, it's there might be some maps that are similar to that, but yeah. Here's some other folklore. We went over that kind of thing. Inspiration from Lost, Fantasy Island. The Forest is a really good game. Yeah, so there's gonna be like some inspiration from the Buddhist hell and the Japanese mythology hell. Kind of ties in with Doom, and, you know, that kind of horror aesthetics kind of thing. Here's some more like aesthetics for like the character design. This is something I borrowed from what's that game? Oh yeah, so these are just like some artwork from Magic the Gathering I took. Yeah. Oh yeah, Undertale. That's what it was. This game, Undertale. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next presentation. Yep. Alright guys, welcome to the next presentation. So This is basically the architecture design. This is not really my department. This is a buddy of mine's, but you can kind of see like what he made. He made like the overall like buildings, skyscrapers, and all that and whatnot. This is kind of like a concept idea of like one of the cities that are gonna be, because you know the time periods can be taken in the like the past, the future. So we're gonna have like all kinds of like cool concept buildings. As you can see, this is just like a 8-bit aesthetics I took from the internet. It's basically kind of like a cool kind of background kind of thing. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so I have like a. Sorry for that. Oh, okay. So I have a cool like little demo that I created. I basically took like the Pokemon, like the old Pokemon Game Boy game ROM, and then I implemented like one of my skin designs. So this is like the zombie skin design, as you can see. Yeah, you can just walk around, play as a zombie, and imagine like the Metal Slug 3 like abilities that you can do. But this is gonna be like the 8-bit game kind of gameplay, so it's still in the works. But this is just like a little test I did, and yeah, it looks like it works pretty fine. Yeah. If anything, we can take the Pokemon Game Boy ROM and hack it, like not really hack it, but like mod it, and then use our like sprite designs, and then that can be like the template for our, you know, for Lost Vanguard, you know, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy the presentation demo of Lost Vanguard. It's been fun. Yeah, hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. Peace.